Good morning, everybody. Welcome to all of you who have come here from all over the world, and welcome to the New York Genome Center. I really want to thank you for your interest in the GP Wright Project and the Center for Engineering Biology. Before we get started, I wanted to just thank the GP Wright Leadership Group who have been working on this project for at least 2 years. I also want to thank our new partner, LabSite, who understands the value of this project, as well as Modern Meadow and our other sponsors who have worked with me for years on developing life sciences in New York City. Today, after so much effort to launch a grand challenge, Advancing Engineering Biology, I am thrilled to announce that we are oversubscribed at this meeting with nearly 250 attendees from 10 countries. So thank you all so much for coming and showing your support. This is really exciting. The participants in this meeting include academic scientists, ethicists, lawyers, educators, citizen scientists, artists, policymakers, tech geeks, and laypersons, all of whom are excited to learn about this project. By way of analogy, the New York Genome Center is an institution I helped to start with a small group of scientists 7 years ago. That's where we're sitting right now. We started this institution because we believed that the idea of a large-scale sequencing facility in New York could advance the cause of human health. When we started, I had a cell phone and a Hotmail account. And since then, the idea we began with has been transformed into one of the most important high-throughput sequencing facilities in New York and beyond, with a cadre of world-class scientists working on some of the most important conditions in human health: ALS, autism, cancer, and lots of others. So to those of you who doubt that the efforts of a small group of committed scientists can change the way the world works, I say, wait and we'll show you. This project will not only change the way the world works, but it will change the way we work in the world. When my work at the New York Genome Center was done, the Sloan Foundation invited me to explore the future of engineering biology. I had no idea what this science was about. But over the course of the last 4 years, I came to understand the power of the technologies being created in this field and the promise they hold for our world in a variety of ways. I like to summarize the promise as follows: how do we feed, fuel, and heal the world? For the next 2 days, we have the privilege to explore the concrete steps that this project can take to solve some of the most important problems of our lifetimes: how to understand biological processes in order to understand life, how we move from a carbon-based economy to a biologically based economy that is sustainable, how to further advance cures for disease, and just as importantly, and maybe more so, how to communicate that responsibly to the world. Since last year's meeting, the GP Wright Leadership Group has been hard at work responding to comments from the press and scientists around the world. In large part due to this conversation, the project's name has been changed from HGP Wright to GP Wright, and its scope has been expanded. The project will focus on using synthesis and genome editing technologies to understand, engineer, and test living systems of model organisms, plants, and even the human genome and cell lines. The goal of GP Wright is not only to deepen our understanding of life, but also to develop pragmatic technology of general use in biology, improving the cost and quality of DNA synthesis, DNA assembly in cells, and testing of many DNA variations on tissue characteristics. The agenda over the next 2 days reflects this focus. The first day is all about science. an overview of the expanded focus of the project, closed by a discussion of the ethical, social, and legal implications. An exploration of new pilot projects and related research areas, a look at the scientific roadmap for the project, and ending the day with new pitches for pilot projects. In the second day, we focus on technology and infrastructure, and we will close the meeting with ideas for roadmaps in related areas of the project that will be coordinated by working groups. So we're getting on to the real stuff now, but just a few reminders in terms of logistics. We are live streaming the first session of this meeting and videotaping the rest of the sessions. So if you have not signed a waiver, we ask you to do that at the registration desk. We have a lot of people here today, almost to capacity of what this facility will hold. So it's a tight space. Some people will be participating from the cafe, and so we're asking speakers to remind themselves to ask for questions from the cafe at the end of their talks. We also have a tight agenda, jam-packed with great talks. But that means we need to ask the speakers to sit in the front of the room and be ready with their presentations and even load them on this laptop before the previous speaker finishes. Some of these presentations will contain unpublished scientific data, and we ask that you respect that data by not sharing any of it on social media. You do have a one-pager in your bag. This is it. It explains how to participate in the social dialogue during this meeting, including how to sign on to the meeting's app to take part in polling questions that will be running throughout the day. So I'm going to close now by welcoming all of you and thanking you for helping us to usher in what we hope will be a new era of great scientific growth and advancement.